State of inertia ilikuwa
ilikuwa in physics. Inertia.
Nasikia vile nimeuliza simple question. Niambia subject. Mimi sija kuuliza subject. Nimekuuliza state of inertia ilikuwa gani? Ilikuwa physics. State of inertia ilikuwa gani?
Sikumbuki vizuri, but ilikuwa tu in physics. Nakumbuka ilikuwa physics.
Ilikuwa kila kitu nakubali.
Na vile mimi kuchukia physics, I think to be honest, ni drop physics kwa primary.
It was in the state of inertia ilikuwa it was something to do with motion.
Imetulia. Imetulia. Hata uko sure. Yetu iko ni ile. From mechanical issue to technical issues. To tech people, it's quite programmers at work, but guys natumia all keyboards to work on. But inakuanga very like I feel sometimes programmers are overdoing, even designers. You'll find someone akona 6 monitors. Na high choices anatumia 3. Hizo zingine 3 display.
Moja.
Na ujatengeneza logo ukatumia laptop kama 6. Nione kama ikiwa na ile screen iko kubwa. There is that sweetness of you having a lot of monitors whenever you're working. You feel like a geek. So you feel as
kama sasa feel ni kama mimi topi fulani. Ati yako na niko na timu. Azika mahaka plus.
Alafu ina feeling iko so unaona hata venye unafanya uko ni exercise
hivyo.
And then hapa by the time unatoka hapo bro kuna abs na bicep na tricep and you're not sure ni nini alifanya. It's a nice feeling.
Sparta. Tumeanza? Pole.
It's a nice feeling.
Makosa ni yangu.
Makosa ni yako.
Unasema dele ya kusema happy new year dele.
Hiyo day tu. Your 1st February.
I think you
second of kuambia mse happy new year.
What? Mkono mnaipeleka hadi Feb?
Hadi April 25.
What?
Mimi nasema 2nd Jan. Ndio first Jan
nimesema Feb nikashtuka.
Mse anasema Feb.
April.
Sasa unasema
mmesema Feb.
Sasa Januari yote ni happy new year kila mtu.
Happy new year kila mtu.
Bana. Kuna spices of happy new year.
Chembe za last year.
Wallahi nyinyi mmeinteract na Waluya sana. Ndio na maintain sana.
September anakuambia
happy new year.
Wala December
bora mjaikutana.
That's the rule. Unwritten.
Happy new year.
Happy new year.
Niliambia shosh mimi hata nikikupigia tafadhali ama nikuje msi happy new year my cousin.
Kadha sana.
My cousin. Welcome. And speaking of happy new year, hata jirani nimepita haka like happy new year na niko upload mzima nika happy new year.
The fact that mimi natangaza kutoka January to Minnesota and then we move straight into the month of love.
And it's not loving our pockets yet.
Na bado hajarecover kwa December. Okay, najielewa.
Thank you.
Kila mmoja yuko float tuko mafutani na mniambiani.
Bora si tuna float whether it's money wise or you're floating in the air. Yeah. It's just floating.
As long as you're floating.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
Floating is the goal.
Floating is the goal.
Kutoka kwa block hata kwa slide.
Anything just be floating.
To the goal ni kutoka kwa block whether ni kuslide upate mama watoka tu kwa block in the right way because it's January and the things that happen in January it's I don't know kama ni mimi peke yangu but kuna na hii state where the January promises acha nione kenye nitadu ina making sense sana sasa as opposed to mtu akikwambia acha nione kenye nitadu December. Sounds so believable in January.
Onangi hizi problems za January ni mistakes za December ama lack of enough planning ya December.
So unataka kumaanisha mtu yote alizaliwa Jan.
I'm saying financially. What's the financially?
You haven't specified. You just said the mistakes that December.
Oh, by the way, it is you never know.
Like, babe, I didn't receive what? Offering. Mistakes za December.
Mistakes za December. Kwa sababu unapata kama una good planning, Jan utateseka.
Does it really hata involve planning, or it's just the state yenye January na kuanga nayo? Because you might be having the plan, you're planning finances ziko hivi na hivi, then black tax ziko on your neck, they didn't plan themselves. There are things that you had a plan on, didn't come through. So whether you had a plan, skatai, but the environment around you didn't have a plan. Au kutuma membo kila mahali.
Black tax kwa kutuma membo Oktoba.
Wanajua mtu anajipanga.
Ukijua ikifika December black tax yangu ni 30,000, then unabeba 30 G's. Watu wengi mapema.
30 G's ka black tax ni ndogo.
Alafu ujue it's January, you have your niece, nephew anaenda shule, your sister probably like
viatu ya mtoto fulani, unapigiwa simu, uncle, money.
Mzingi unalenga tu sasa.
Alafu kwa ni mtoto wa community. Kijana, mtoto wetu unasikia uko Nairobi.
Kwa zingine pia mimi nalenga tu. Kuna msasa sasa niambia being too good in this world, take you know.
Okay, so being too good, yes, true. Being too good, people take advantage of that.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. But
at times through them, you know what?
Ni lane gani unaweza yaka ujue hapa Z?
Lane.
How do you draw that lane? Kuambia
budget hapo kwanza. Budget ikiruka tu 30, kama budget yako invoice ni 30,000, ikipita tu 30, ikifika 29.
Because black tax, angalia black tax in a different point of view. Sababu if imagine Kelvin sasa.
Sina do bro, ukiimagine.
Kelvin anapigiwa simu na maybe uncle fulani ati mtumie do, bro mtumie do. So like sasa swali yangu ni Kevota would drop it, drop ile na aseme huyu ndamsaidia, huyu utamsaidia, huyu ndamsaidia, huyu utamsaidia. Utajuaje
who to help me?
How can I do that line of black tax?
It's so easy. Have you ever pulled a string for me? Have you ever? And if you did so, yes, if you, what was the extent of the impact the string?
Unisikia wale wasema kati nilikutoa Pampers.
Sawa, wewe condition
kwa makamasi.
Nilikuwa shanga.
Ni sawa, hata mimi tunataka kuuza Pampers.
So utakuja mtu yake a make it nimwambie.
Ndio tunataka Pampers.
Ujijua vile sasa upenda kujiassociate na success. At some level utajiassociate, utafika ujipate unajiassociate
na success ya watu
fulani.
Iko tu sawa, like unajua shida ni feel entitled. That's the problem.
No, that's hiyo ndo inaletanga the breakage of it all. Don't feel entitled to, even my mom, even my shosho, don't feel entitled to what I have.
Yeah.
Just be in a position, even, like it's supposed to be that. Sometimes you're even supposed to tell your parents, hey yo, just patient, because if you haven't because size acha nikuulize, I know people they're going to trash on it, like assume like Sparta, he's always there for you, like who guys ukimpigia, this guy is always there for you, alafu your mom anakupeanga excuses. Who are you going to sort first?
Sparta.
See. It's sometimes it's not about it's about venye Brayo amesema, who came through for you, and also tukienda down to you. First of all, have you sorted your shit together as you as an individual? Because hata kama ulikuwa na come through for me, siwezi kwa sijalipa rent, unataka hizi do, and furthermore you're telling me you're going to pay me probably March, so na hii rent yangu ya January. I can't compromise on myself for me to sort you at that moment. No, but if ningekuwa na rent, then niko na 2,000 zenye probably zilikuwa za food, it's easier to compromise on food as opposed to rent. Whether it's a friend ama it's a family. So if wewe mwenyewe umejiweka in that kakune yenye unajua, this is me, nika budget kangu ka January kalikuwa 50,000. In your budget kuna kuanga na always that room for flexibility if you're doing a budget plan, because ni necessity, wants, and probably AOBs hizo zingine. So if you have sorted the necessity.
Umenikumbusha kitu fulani that I talked about on our previous episode kuhusu nini, kuhusu how vile umesema how to distribute all these things. Imekumbusha hiyo notion ya fulani ile msee ako na jug.
Nini yake?
Jug. Okay, sawa, sema jug ya maji. Na tap ina flow inajaza hii jug na around this jug kuna some small cups. So umsema anapeana example fulani ya ukichukua hii jug maji ikifika a certain level una distribute kwa hizi nini kwa hizi vikombe. Akasema trust me, ukifanya kitu kama hiyo on your financial structure unapata this jug will never be full. Because ikifika a certain level unaanza kudistribute. That goes to black tax. But ukiacha jug ijae, no matter how much the maji inawagika itawagikia wase wengine. Hizi ni zingine. So unapata no matter how much I share, my jug is always full. So unapata it's best for you to ujijaze wewe mwenyewe.
When you do the line between jug yako being full, money will never be enough.
Azizi kuna point fulani unajua, kuna msee fulani kufika point fulani ya financial freedom, unajua hata nikitumia msee do fulani still feel pain. Niko sure sasa nikitumia do fulani
bro myself
niko sure kitu kama Feb hapo katikati nitakuwa napiga simu, napigia boss nipe advance. Sitaki kitu kama nataka ni fulani do ikinini. Exactly, yeah. Hata nikitumia buda ama mother do ama kina bro na sis wakitumia do,
I feel the pain.
Si feel the pain, I feel ni kama si ni bro chukua. Sasa ile napiga simu bro nipigie ni collect. Sasa enda sasa nipigie Kelvin. Kelvin kuna do fulani nataka kupatia bro. Unaweza nitumia? Hiyo at that point wewe mwenyewe unajiumiza. Unamaliza jagi ifika point fulani unagawa. Na hizi cups ukishagawa itajai, mtachukua arudishe tu hapo.
Na have you ever noticed hizi vitu huwa haziishi? Like naweza sema kasa hizi you've taken a loan from probably mimi for you to sort your bro. Then ile time utapata from ulikuwa unasema nitakurudishia Monday. So Monday ifike unirudishie. So ukinirudishia another want or need comes through. So you'll be in that cycle because they know if I go through to him, he'll always come through. Whether because the family wanna take advantage of that. They'll just give you that empathetic story of unajua ni ile wewe ndio tu tunategemea. Ukihitiwa tu na hiyo wewe ndio tu tunategemea. Bro, you feel like the king but you being used is like the slavery mode of kingship. Like nikawa venye watu walikuwa wasema unapewa promotion but it's not reflecting to your account. So it's just the title. So them they wamesema wewe ndio tunategemea. So you have that title of bila mimi I'm like mimi ndo the distributor. So you sometimes wewe ndo pale hivi wewe ndo kingpin. Lakini bro anakunyonya in the deep. I think there's also an episode I said we used the anaitwaje you boys the king Terry something. Terry who? Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Kikuyu.
Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. So that guy alisema like he was giving an analogy, and sorry for repeating this, is whereby if I have a boat, I have a small boat that I know I can only carry me and probably 3 other people. For me to be able to get a ship, I'll not katieka kila mtu kwa familia yangu kwa this boat.
It'll capsize.
If they can't understand, then acha mimi niende, let me not speak, let me just take this boat and the few 3 people wenye watanisaidia kudock that other ship ndo niwakujie ni wote. Otherwise nikikuja na my sympathetic and face like okay nataka nyi wote tuende pale because I don't know what is going to happen here. Don't overthink about a situation, just take the first leap yenye uko nayo. This is what I'm supposed to do. So the only thing that I know, whether it's going to be dark, that nyinyi mtakuja mkuliwe na haina wenye watakuwa wamebaki ndio nitasort, but at the moment nikiwaleta kwa hii boat yote si wote tutakuliwa na crocodile.
Alafu ile aspect like will they do the same thing
for you?
Now that ukienda hivyo you're overthinking. Now you're overthinking in ile sense ya nitakufanyia juu unaweza come through. So that means I'll only sort anyone who came through for me. But ukiwa hivyo bro, you're a slave. You're your own slave. In the sense that utakuwa every time unaangalia so below nipigie, the only thing niko like below sheni kujia. Hata kama niko nazo. So that's the dependent of whether nitamsort or not. So unaona wewe ndio utakuwa kwa slave, kwa mind slave. Na utakuwa ukiact kama wao. So be unique ka wewe ile yenye okay, below came through, am I in a position to sort you? It's not that because you came through for me or not.
Mind umeshafanya
kama umefanya bad decision, I'll definitely tell you, hey bro, kisaizi ni tricky. Na sasa nimekwambia genuinely. Sikwambi because you came through for me or not.
Yes, slave mentality ni kitu kingine mbaya sana. Kama swali fulani our director ametuuliza hapa kuhusu living on loan, on credit. Mimi naona kitu kingine tutatoka on a slave mentality vibaya sana.
Living on credit. Depends on the balance though. Unajua what rich people walikuwa nasema I better use a credit card than use a debit card. Reason being, if saizi someone hacked my credit card, issue it's ni insurance yangu. But if someone hacked my debit card, issue ni yangu, si insurance. Umeelewa? So them using a credit card, but then you need to be in a position to be able to, if someone fucked up your credit card, sorry for using French, can I be able to compensate for the credit card? Because us living in a credit card mentality, even in life, ile yenye nategemea salo, sio ni credit card. That's the credit card mentality. Because you're all bad.
It's very bad. So
it's very bad.
Mkopa.
Yo.
literally use a phone but at the same time
A very fancy nice phone.
Ati unatumia simu for a day or two. Ukipita point fulani inazimwa, lakini ni simu yako watu uzipiga.
wale kupiga you don't even receive a call.
Receive call I think wanaweza receive. Wallahi.
Depend na some na nini ya duration. If days are kwanza it's you will not. I think I'm just saying from like mtu I think kuna ile yenye anafika point he can't access. I think only 2 days you can't call but you can receive. Then ikifika 1 week hujalipa now you can't do anything.
Wallahi.
And people think that it's a sweet deal. We all think it's a sweet deal, and let's even not go at ile deep. Like if you're supposed to pay your Wi-Fi 2,000, many people will opt to acha nikuange na buy bundles za 2020 Kenya every day as opposed to paying my Wi-Fi for 2,000, because the mention of the money, it was huge. The mention uliona ikiwa kubwa, but ukidistribute tudogo bro, it's going to be even more,
or even twice that amount.
But now you're thinking because someone initially mentioned it's 2,000, like hey, hizo ni pesa mingi but ukiangalia the bits that unaweka tudogo bro utapata utaenda tuseme size kuna this district kuna Safaricom amejua hiyo the psychological advertisement, the 15 shilling for 1 GB at an hour.
Hebu wana
see
sababu after 1 hour you'll want to continue doing
it's 1 GB bro. Ama take up 75 shilling for 1 GB for 24 hours. You're feeling it, but that 1 GB, try to download a movie. Isha katika. So then ume download a movie, so you want to
resume. Top up.
So unapata afadhali ungelipia ile Wi-Fi yako 2,000.
Utumie vitu tunataka tu.
Yo,
unaweza download movie watch. Ni asikize ku download movie ni Asian.
Sorry. We stream bro.
Historia iko bukira story mtu anaanza ati unaenda kwa Saiba kununua CD. Hapa mimi ndo mzee kwa hiyo. Wallahi.
No.
Kwenda kwa Saiba kununua CD movie.
Yeah bro.
25 in 1.
Bas. Opatati
shida umebuy 25 in 1 lakini for two movie mbili ziko hapo ni songs za DJ Akimix.
Ati na watch series unaenda watch episode ya kwanza. Wanda inaisha wanaenda wachukue episode nyingine. Wasa bana make do by the way.
30 bob ni pesa mingi.
Alafu ni 30 bob si ati ni mtu mmoja. Unapata afu ndio madem ndio walikuwa wanapenda watu wa Masaiba.
Hadi sasa hivi sorry for another day.
Umekapitia bro. Umetoka na boys wako wa Saiba. Bwana wake kushikia mtu. Madem walikuwa wakipenda. Nitafutie power.
Sorry for another day.
But Saiba is a very funny thing.
But hizo days
Primitive.
hizo days Joe.
Oh, mnani hakuwatch nini? Ilikuwa itaje? There's this movie that ilikuwa na sex. Yeah, everyone did watch Spartacus.
Spartacus, yeah.
I did.
You didn't watch Spartacus? Bro, sawa basi mtoto wa pasta.
Ulikuwa
You didn't watch Spartacus?
acha siasa.
That was the thing that ili prime kwangu kuendeanga movie 25 in 1. Because Spartacus itself had like season 1 ilikuanga na I think more than 30 episodes. Na episode moja I think it was more than an hour. So bro, ukienda holiday wewe uko Raima hizi uende holiday unajua Spartacus got you.
Ule Spartacus ukiwa Raima?
Nilikuwa Raima, yeah.
You guys are old.
Sorry man.
Leo nikiwa high school.
Hey bro, sorry youngster. I watched
bro, umeficha mic kwa magoti.
Hapa tu.
Ilikuwa kiwatch Spartacus alafu kuja pigia watu story. Ni mgori. Wewe ni mnoma.
Spartacus, and there were these magazines. There was Spartacus and then there was also magazines that they used to have, print porn magazines.
Kulikuwa na Pulse.
Pulse used to be nasty. Na Nairobi Diaries.
Alafu kulikuwa na fulani Insider. Ilikuwa ukinakala kwa Insider kwa high school. Ni oji.
Kwenda kwa shule.
Kuna Insider
distributor.
Like unaona venye Nairobi school used to have, like walikuwa na forum ama Alliance Girls they used to have, then point huyu dem namjua awendo Kingpin. Bro, blocker. Uko na Insider shule? Uko na mtu unajua uko ndani ya Insider?
DJ Lighter.
Hot glove.
Mimi kuna siku fulani alikuwa amekrashia aitwaje actress aitwa Brenda Wairimu. So nakumbuka.
Nani hakuwa crush?
Alikuwa kwa Insider. Sio kwa tuna watu hivi. Nasema we. Mali safi. Acha nipeleke kwa stage na watu asinawaka na kwa stage. Trust me kwa hiyo mwaka nilijua nimemake it.
Ulikuwa like God, thank you.
Nilikuwa na mtu alikuwa naye kwa Insider. Najua niweza high school ndo nimeingia theaters for as in professional theater. Alafu the first person pale on stage na waka na yeye Brenda Wairimu.
Ndio ngepiga picha kutoka.
Mbaya. Mwili yake haichangingi. Like what are you not telling Kenyans bana?
Alafu siku njoo
hiyo ni body care.
Nilikuwa starstruck. Niko na stage tuna lakini sisi bonga na sababu najua hapa nikicheza mbaya Juliana kwa hapo nje. Juliane. Wala hiyo mwaka alijua bas. Amini ule msee. Kama ni mwaka na Brenda Wairimu on stage. Mimi nani?
Juliane kona reads.
Bro. Tapping na clarifying na confirming na anatoa Juliani, tunafaa tujuliania.
Juliani, tupatie hizi njia.
Is he the same guy alichukua mdem?
Exactly.
Bro, skinny niggas for life, bro.
Anatoka msa kuna pesa. Empress.
Nigga ako tu zile za bro. Yeye ni ule mtu on his ambaye afanye testimony. Mzee si mimi, ni God. Ni God.
Sema hivyo. Juliani.
Kweli. Anakaa kama Frank Jimmy na yeye. Okay, tukitoa do Frank Jimmy naye, you see how he's always with lawyer babes. Kwambox lawyer, Maureen Waitito lawyer. Like fine babes with brain. I'm like, yeah, bro, you know you have money, but
lakini brains ni really attractive though.
yo,
Brains.
I love you will never hear them with scandals.
Yeah.
Brain.
Brains.
Yeah.
Chana hawa ati uja reply 2 minutes. Scandal. Uja reply scandal. Ujafanya scandal. Uja pick call scandal. Scandal. Brains.
So, umekuja January Chronicles kwa jahazi umekuwa ikafika limit. Mbona hujaingia online? Scandals.
Ujalipo. Okay.
Imehit home.
Me, I stay alone. Wewe ndo kuna bibi kwa nyumba. Ukisema hujalipa wifi. Usimruke. Usimruke. Oh, come you stay.
Bibi, it's only a wife when tuko na yeye.
Alafu unajua in Kiswahili bibi ni nyanya.
Ni shosho. Yeah. Bibi is shosho. Sorry. I have some Uluya in me. So if
bibi ni nyanya.
Bibi ni nyanya. Ufai kusema bibi yangu, nasema mke wangu.
Mke wangu.
Bibi wangu.
Si bibi yangu.
Bibi ni nyanya.
Na watu wanasema ngao.
Niko acha kutumia invoice ya school fees, bro.
Bana.
Yeah.
Especially in Kiswahili.
Lulu. Do you know that was really exist well in Swahili?
No.
Lie.
Waluya ndo Kiswahili.
Waluya ndo Waluya. Kwa minajili. Minake. Midhilia. Ilhali. Anacheza.
Luo ni Swahili they.
Au kwa lule ana interview. Anakuwa interviewed, alafu anaambiwa anauliza swali kwa Kiswahili. Anaanza in English. You know guys, the government should do this. Anaambia kwa Kiswahili tafadhali.
Serikali
alisema tu sijui, akatoka kaenda.
Sijui.
Hauzi nitasa hivyo.
Kuna watu fulani niliona juzi kwa NBC. An English word. Hadi nikauliza mwenyewe nimekaa na cheki bro. Mimi nimesoma campus this whole time just K word. What's your stuff?
What? Which word?
I look for it.
Mimi nilisikia jina jana mesocastic. Like someone who uses someone for what? Like I find whenever you're in pain, it's pleasurable.
Huh?
Yeah. Unaona kama psychopath and stuff. So hiyo inaitwa hiyo jina wewe tuambieni hiyo jina. Like where if you are in pain, I enjoy seeing people in pain. But see, watu wenye wali watch you know, like you. Leo imekuwa ni movie reviews. TBTs 25 in one. Don't mind us, you're just having December Chronicles in January mode. January mode activated. Meso something, yeah, that's that name.
Mesopotamia in Egypt.
Ilikuwa maize in Mesopotamia.
Region yenyewe.
Yeah.
Hiyo si word. Word?
Yeah,
that's not a
one
word.
of the longest words in dictionary.
Ati?
Kuna hadi ingine niliona omino something flash.
It is functional for a parent. Give out money.
Wajua Luos love
watu hiyo sauti wasikie. They tell us probably it's their brother.
Nikoshwa ameisikia so zimekaa hapo karibu.
Okay. Mesopotamia. But those are just some highlights of the things that Black Tax, coming back to the face of Black Tax. Mesoshin.
Atuwezi nisikie ina pronounce aje. Mesokins.
I read eyes.
The red eye disease in Tanzania. Masochism.
Red eye disease in what sense?
Like you have
Masochism.
amenyanya.
Ngwai ni kabisa na tutangwai.
Sio umenyanya.
Mm.
Basi hujanyanya tu umenyanya. Umenyanya tu ni mgonjwa.
Like naturally mimi nakuanga na macho ya red. No, kusema tu.
Si naturally like macho zako zinakuwa red. Literally. Zinakuwa red. Lakini ni mgonjwa.
Okay, tebocha ni cut short kitu. Inasema in someone who gets sexual gratification from being subjected to physical pain or humiliation by someone or another person.
BDSM.
What the?
Sinile una slap mtu niwe ni dhara wingi. Ni tusi.
Anyway, sorry. Endelea.
Yeah.
Hiyo story for another day.
Red eyes. Coming back, red eyes. What exactly? Ebu mimi niko off.
Wamesema it's a condition in Tanzania where guys are getting it's like a outbreak. It's like an outbreak in Tanzania where people are just having red eyes, uchovu, and nini. What are the symptoms?
Ni Corona Pro Max. In the gym. Speaking of Corona,
and the name is so long, by the way. What's the name? Shortened to a red eye, but it's something very long, yeah.
Acha watu wapone. Speaking of hizo kupona, nilikuwa naangalia hata jana I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. Do you think like most of these diseases, today is just December holidays and other stories?
Yeah.
So do you think like these diseases that we know ni like lab made diseases like AIDS, STIs, it's lab made things?
Like I don't call them lab made. I call it business. Juu kama ngale this aspect. Majamaa ngapi walikuwa wanakuja ngo nasikia. Niko na kiwa za AIDS. And then all of a sudden
wameenda.
Niko na kiwa ya cancer. Like everything hapa hivi it's business. We're making money. In this aspect, let's say for instance cancer. How much does it cost to cure cancer? A lot of money. So if you come up with a solution to that problem, that means there's less money to their pockets.
Or like the guy Bule Daktari discovered COVID in China, he died immediately.
Exactly.
So do you think AIDS it's a lab
business?
A biashara?
On my side, I think there's a theory behind it where there's kwa sababu semeaje, the body itself, if you look at the body itself, it's got a mechanism of generating new cells and stuff by itself after a period of 6 months. I'm not sure if it's 6 months, but yeah, period of 6 months, your body generates almost every cell in your body. It's regenerated. With that kind of mechanism in our body, how do you explain cancer? How do you explain this long
blood pressure?
Exactly.
My lifestyle diseases.
My lifestyle diseases. How do you chronic disease? Angalia the kind of things we consume, our daily things like toothpaste. The amount of fluorine in that. Next explain the pineal gland. Angalia nyama. Angalia.
We draw the line. Umesema nyama bro.
Let's call a spade. Nyama.
Unajua ukisema nyama bro, jana labda alikula dem roso. Tuendelee na nyama.
So for me, there's a theory why these things are happening. For example, I don't have an accurate answer, but I can give an example of what not Chris Rock, this guy,
Cat
Williams, exactly. What Cat Williams said in that interview. Akisema nini itwaje? Why are white people concentrating so much on black people? Akajibu tu vizuri akisema it's because of the lie they said. They told us. Because there's a lie, kwa sababu kusema hii uongo fulani utakuwa tu hapa, kwa sababu unajua hapo ndo kweli iko. I get.
Mhm.
So there's a lie that is being
Spread.
around about these diseases, because it makes sense that, for example, we come up with a solution of something. I look at Dr. Sebi. Ali come up na some cure for some diseases. Alifanya nini? Akaenda. Look at umsali kuja na nini ya AIDS, ameenda. Cancer, ameenda. Kuna fulani this guy from this movie. This guy was trying not to ametoka kwa acting akaingia into spreading the gospel. No, not the gospel, but the gospel of truth. Aitwaje?
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, this guy amekuja hapa akasema akapena theory of how
A Hollywood theory. Oh.
yeah, of how we can cure cancer using vibration. Kwa sababu sound frequency changes the nini in our body. Anaanza kuwa listed. Kidogo utasikia ameenda. Na get.
Hata Cat Williams asikia cancel culture iko on his head.
Exactly.
So where do we draw the line then?
We don't draw the line. So if you draw the line, yet you don't know the actual truth. You can't draw the line without knowing the truth. So I think we should just do our research, because the truth is just within us. So tukienda kutafuta hizo ukweli kwa Google, it's been manipulated. Utafute your truth in the Google upata haiko. Uende haiko, uende huku haiko.
Utaenda kusearch symptoms kwa Google.
Never.
Bro, uko na kikohozi lakini unaambiwa it's a certain disease ilitoka in America. Haina kiwa.
There's too much information and too much misinformation in the same platforms perceive as a platform to get the truth.
Or Google, you'll never be wrong.
Whatever you say, it's true.
You search, you'll be right.
Kumbusha mimi fulani mzee anasema alienda kutafuta kiwa ya kitu. Mikosi ya kitu anasema, can this cause, I don't know what is the name of the disease, but let me just use an example of, can this thing cause blindness? Anapata yes. Can this thing cure blindness? Anapata yes. Uko like, how can this thing cause blindness and still cure blindness?
Asi anarudi back to whatever kenye ilikulea ndio itakuwa.
Blindness.
Wow. Reverse psychology.
Those were points for our director.
Sasa kumaanisha kunywa red rat ndo ukufe. Ndo sikufe unakunywa mingi.
The question is, ile cause expired, bado good.
Aba iko more viable kukuua. What ndio kisema poison ina expire 2 days. Does that mean it expires more?
Little or less?
Little.
Bro.
Unai.
Wale watu wa kukula mayai boiled. Kula mayai boiled naulizwa ikishakaa ikiwa imefunuliwa ndio itakuwa mayai boiled amba ndio
ni kama maziwa mala expire inakuwa more sweet ama
Kwanza mimi kuna maziwa mala walewa.
Maziwa mala ina expire.
hiyo expire atakuwa no corona expiry date.
Maziwa mala ina expire.
It's already spoiled.
Sasa ina expire sasa.
Now the question is kwanza tena hiyo kwanza. Majamaa wakienda club wanakunywa pombe bila chesa. Lakini akifika kwa kuuza madini, akifika kwa nyumba, akimaziwa mala mpaka expire.
Mzee John Walker flash.
Lakini maziwa mala ndio ndio the line.
Siwezi kunywa.
Ile sukari.
Siwezi.
Kama ile sweeten, kuna sukari already.
Kuna maziwa mala yenye iko sweetened. Hey, you guys are being haunted in all direction and spaces.
Ni yogurt.
Alikwenda shule. Ama
Kwanza bale shule.
Kama ni slake.
Ni maziwa mala ya LV.
Alafu hizo slake ziko na flavors, vanilla, strawberry.
Ni kadriri. But mimi unajua trust me, mimi nilijua kuna maziwa mala ya karatasi via wa director last year. Like I didn't know kuna maziwa mala timepakiwa. So tumeenda super, mimi tumeenda naye super, ananiambia nienda maziwa mala. So mimi thought tunaenda kupanga line tuwekewe maziwa mala kwa kibuyu. Mimi nafika naona ameenda kwa shelf ati maziwa. Hii ni maziwa bro, cheza chini. Si ni maziwa tu noma. Naona imeandikwa maziwa mala.
Na iko na expiry date.
Kali.
Na iko na expiry date.
Ndo niliangalia yo bro, you know I miss the old days of maziwa mala. When ng'ombe ikizaa ndo mnapigiwa hiyo maziwa mala. Unaona? So nashindwa niaje maziwa mala sasa hivi.
Ndio mimi experience hiyo.
Uko experience hiyo?
Ati maziwa pika maziwa. Amjomini nimeelewa.
Sorry.
Hapana, yes.
Hapana. Ati wewe ni Prince William. Hapana, mimi si wa UK, but I am a prince.
Okay, kwani wote hapa. Sio ndio ushaguzi kwa wewe. Na wewe.
But what experience?
Sasa lakini tisuje basi sasa wewe unapitaje?
Nani?
Mimi nilikuwa naenda ushago.
Please hata ushago. Ushago kone.
Oh.
Sisi ndio sisi ndio kukama.
Ushago tu ni Nyanza.
Nyanza si ushago. Nyanza is another state by itself. Please. It's a state.
It's a state bwana.
Kisumu is not, it's a country.
Okay. My apologies. Dear members of
you want to wakuje wakuwe kwa comment section.
Uko kwenye intercity migration.
Let me take a flight to Nyanza. Where see? The city with an international airport.
Ulisikia wapi?
Then niliona airport ya Kitale John
Cheki.
Ni airstrip. Yes,
Cheki.
airport.
doesn't matter like
Ni ng'ombe zinaendanga kulishwa huko. Ni ile kuna hanga peke yake.
Walai.
Mraba nini ndio kile kilele sasa hivi.
Si kuna time ati kulinyesha flights zikadelay kwenye zenye zilikuwa zinaenda.
Haikuwa Kitale, ilikuwa nani?
Na Kakamega ni
Ni airstrip.
Pia hiyo ndo kulinyesha bado hakuku nini ama ndege ilikuja haikumwagiwa ile maji na mwagi yangu ya kupika. Jua kukuwa na maji kwa nini. But speaking of airstrips and stuff, you saw there's something that imekuwa ikitrend Northlands. The Uhuru Kenyatta's airstrip and stuff.
Northlands.
Northlands.
Yeah, Northlands. When Shangaza, Northlands.
Northlands. Tropical. Northlands.
Badlands.
Into the Badlands. That movie. Mazee haikunibamba. No, but it's the culture, bro.
It's the culture.
Sika saizi mtu amenisha DJ Afro. So is a bro. Dangamanya.
Kwa manake.
What's your thought? Because people, I very many people wakisema, as in it's time, like you guys get your thing. It's you deserve it. You nini. What's your thoughts like on the same? Because there's that nini ya watu wenye walikuwa congratulatory people walikuwa yo you deserve it. Then kuna wale watu, now how are we going to regulate private goods zinaingia now? Because like naweza toka Tanzania nikuja direct to the Uhuru airstrip without kupitia kwa nini. How are we going to regulate? Mimi nimeleta bangi kutoka Zimbabwe ama nimeleta toes from Zimbabwe. Ama nimebeba toes from Zimbabwe nikapeleka mavichwa from Nigeria, sorry. Alafu nikaleta huku. So how are we going to regulate that? Just a heads up though. How are you going to regulate that, man? So hiyo ndio watu walikuwa nauliza.
Sawa.
Okay, I think it's high time to press. I think pia Cairo. I think sipia kwa jaribu kufanya like yo border transport ya ndege kwa something affordable, you know.
Or the Calif Cairo.
Yeah, like tuache to price and to think like being on a plane is super expensive. Like we just make it like a normal culture kupanda matatu. You know. So I think kwa nataka hiyo si kibaya. Kama work hard for it, why not? Alafu I think sasa government nafaa ikuwe inaende stuff ya regulate na way that hata ikilanda kwa hiyo private airstrip wakuwe na mtu
kana the government personnel uko
moja ama wawili.
Wanatoka
kwa watu.
It's Aston Martin.
Hiyo point ya kwanza, it's easier said than done, but ni sawa. Hiyo point yake ya
alafu considering
wana matatu
where
it's easier said than done. Yes, it is, but it's easier said than, because if you look at the kind of economy tuko nao sahi, that's wishful thinking.
No, it's not.
That's wishful thinking. Trust me.
Oh my God. Like imagine having a
To them, yes.
Like, let me ask you this. When December, December, and I paid 3,000 shillings, right? From Nairobi to Kitale. And then
ndege ama gari.
Now, mind you, from Nairobi to Kitale, it's approximately 7,000 shillings. And I use only for 5 minutes. Bila hassle ya kutembea na mizigo and everything. Just nilifika tao asubuhi 9, nilikuwa toka tao saa 6 usiku kupata gari. So if I can double up my money, nachukua flight for 5 minutes. Do you think it's worth it?
It's exactly, it's worth it. But who was that? What was that? The kind of hustler nation tuko nayo. The kind of how many people are willing to do that?
So many people. I think ni juu hana hiyo information kama flight can be cheaper unless
tuko bado na ile old traditional method ya umepanda ndege.
Unaenda wapi?
Na sasa hizi hata venye tuko hivi pia tuko pia hapa tutoke hapa nje tuseme nilienda na flight tuna manga ama like ulipanda like they will find watu wenye atakuwa na macho inafunguka ulipanda ndege. Like sasa hizi if niende unaangalianga hata and I don't it's not that I hate, but if your wins, celebrate your wins. But unaona if leo niende number 3 sita record, but niingie kwa ndege leo kwa kio ya ndege lazima I tell people nilipitia. But mtu mwenye amezoea hiyo haoni kama it's a big thing. So na mimi naona
how do you know you're making it in life when there's no more selfies for memories?
Selfies?
Yeah, like there's no more recording for memories.
Oh.
Haiko.
Mama. Oh. So like the memories, but still there's this thing people used to walikuwa nasema if you want to make memories, let's not use data as part of memory. Because easy if someone hacks your phone, all your photos aziko, but you remember the album days when you feel utamu whenever you're going through the album. Sasa hizi niko na picha nilienda event coast, niko na picha. Yes, it's easier, but then if someone comes today and say we are closing out on the internet, what are your memories?
Everything cloud.
It's going to, because that's the next war we are having. I think I said this when we were starting this podcast. The next war is not going to be disease war, it's going to be tech war. And it's happening. The Russian Benini thing, it's happening. It's going to be worse. No. So tukienda tu hivyo bo venye tukienda kayo the private regulating getting a flight, it's easier to get, but now tunaenda back to the ile theory tukianza nayo kwa hiyo podcast ilisema about the wifi paying 2000 and you getting the 2020 the same thing, because uangalie nataka kufika home mapema, ni staki haso na nini, so can I get 7000 niende? Unaona, to regulate this thing to zipeleka back to something someone can access. Kwa saizi mtu mimi hata tuseme hata si ushago, hata huku area yenye tuko ombe mtu nataka kwenda Wilson chukue flight, atakuuliza uko na passport, namuuliza sihitaji passport kwenda kutoka wani nini. Unaona, hata I don't need a passport kwenda to Tanzania. So bado wako na that old traditional form of thinking. Unaona, like saizi mtu mimi nikienda na gari ya haya mtaani watu wanafikiria ni yangu. Mimi nataka kuambia nilihaya gari. Nikai Kevu alinunua gari, the same traditional form of. Yeah.
But on a positive point of view, the kind of tradition tulikuwa na kitambo ilikuwa fiti.
Sweet.
It was really amazing. Sababu right now people are heartless.
No, they're not heartless. They're using their heartless.
Wow. Yes, our spoken word artist,
Poet.
poet.
Anytime.
Mufasa.
Mufasa the poet. Anyway, unapata hizo enzi nikiwa mdogo, death was a very big thing. Death was a big thing.
And sex, bro.
Sex. Ilikuwa ukiona tu susu ya mdem.
Bro.
Wow.
Tabu.
Lakini siku hizi sex is something normal. Even trust me, even mtu anaweza kuambia ame encounter sex.
Tuko na body counts mingi kukuliko.
Siku hizi death mtu amekufa uko like amekufa sawa RIP hivyo.
I think we're not appreciating the value of life.
Bana. That's why killing someone nowadays is something. It's like a trend. Mimi napata tu, I know it was chaotic kwa sababu unapata kuna wase walikuwa na wivu, uchawi ilikuwa ina happen. That's when ushago, that's why siku msiende ushago by the way. That's when nimegrow napata msea aisi ukijenga floor fulani mtasha kutupia uroge na kwa ushakuwa mlazimu kulikuwa hizo aspects but it was not as kulikuwa it was just a point of I'm jealous,
which wasn't at a societal thing, just selective.
Exactly.
But nowadays killing someone imekuwa taking someone's life. Let me not say killing someone, taking someone's life, whether for granted ama literally. Imekuwa it's normal.
But like, it's really messing us up vibaya sana.
And can we say that this thing ziko brought by the fact that it's this one thing tuna trying to deny in, we are blaming each other on aspects. So tunakuwa it's male, it's female, it's male, it's female. We'll never come to a cohesive agreement to say, yo, it's human life we are fighting for. It's not whether it's a lady, whether it's a man, it's a human life. Because if we say it's a lady's life, nini femicide, it's money side or what, then watu wataanza kusema sisi ndo tunauana, reasons zetu ni hii na hii. Nyinyi ndo mnauliwa, reasons zetu na hii na hii. So you pull your string, I pull my string, then inakata. Instead ya sisi tukuje tuseme, hey yo, pause bruv, pause.
For me, yes, it's true. But for me, I will not go deep into that. But my way of thinking is different. Unapata, it is a system. It is a system that the system is the one breaking us. For example, unapata, kumbuka the hierarchy when I told you ile hierarchy.
5, 4, 1,
5%, the 95%, the 1%. Ilikuwa the 95, the 4%, then the 1%. So the 1% controls the 4%. The 4% blinds the 95%. But that kind of mentality, then the 4% is blinding 95% in a way that weka things to be on an individual level. My success, my. So and how do you do that? How do you break a family? How do you break a family? That's one, but how? So it's very hard for you to manipulate a man. You may take time to manipulate a man, but for a woman it's very easy.
Or to deceive her.
To deceive a woman is very easy. Just deceive her. That family is broken. Because from the documentary I was watching, unapata, the first thing they do is they remove God first from that family. Then, when you remove God first, Mungu, you're left with the structure: father, mother, sons, daughter, evil. Then how do you break this? Because for you to deceive a man, that will take. So a man's mentality is, this is my family. This is
For me to protect.
For me to
this is
protect.
For me to provide.
so you can't always kuja between me and my family. But how do you do this? You attack it from within. Unattack nani? Female anaanza kuangalia vitu. And how do you do that? Empowering this woman. I know it may sound bad, by the way. Sati kuempower a woman ni mbaya, but how do you do that? Empowering a woman, because they know if you empower a woman, she will think she doesn't deserve protection from this man. So ataona
the bill mentality.
Hi, well, nani? I earn more than you. I do this more than you. Who are you? I seek another person from the higher ground. You just break your family. Alafu mwanaume ataona I don't have any family to protect. My kids have been turned against me. I've been naanza kuonekana kama an outcast. Because angalia fathers who are who are messed up, who are drunkards. Are their families that strong? No. Ni kama juzi this woman was talking on social media. The one was telling me about. Remember, misogyny. What's her name?
Dr. Salat something.
Yeah. She was talking. She was saying that me as a man, I cannot go and nikatie dem, and I try changing her. I cannot change a woman. So tumchukua ti, oh, this is my woman, I'll change her, it she'll be nini, oh, akasema tu vibaya. The only way you can take control of a woman is by seeing how great her father taught her. Such kuwa dema asha angalia tu between the bond between them and their fathers. If their father yana bond yake na budake iko fiti, you have a wife.
Yeah, true.
You have a wife.
I know relate to that.
Yeah.
If you find wasichana wenye wanakuanga daddy's girl and the traditional daddy's girl, achana hawa wita bigs.
Exactly.
Like achana wita bigs babes or daddy's girl, daddy I want to go where. No, like the real one, wale traditional and they know their father, but every time she has ni anaenda kwa mzai wake, this lady know her worth, knows what she wants, and she knows the value of a family. Because aliona struggles from the dad point of view.
So akasema it's only possible if the father was successful. You cannot change her. Okay, kwa sababu a character takes years to build, not months. Or ati yule ama amekuja anakunywa pombe cha nimpeleke church. Hata utampeleka church, but trust me,
kiu ya pombe is that thing that is going to trigger
her. Yeah. So if the father did a good job, you're good to go.
You remember that time I said people fall in love with personality and forget the character. That time an episode we explained.
Yeah, I remember.
The character takes a lot of time, and the character now builds. They say character builds a man, not personality. But we fall in love with personalities. Ndio maana even people are changing how we said we're bringing everything into individualism to an extent. Even our Lord's prayer. Nowadays people, I went to for the first time I went to church after 12 years. Yeah, nilienda for Kesha and so you
See how happy you get.
I went.
What are you trying to say?
I went for this Kesha, and the theme of that Kesha was the revelation of a prayer. How we know about prayers and how things need to be about prayers. Because alikuwa anasema even the number of time you pray doesn't mean that it's at you're being heard. It's you cleansing your heart, you cleansing your soul, and then praying. You don't even need to say it verbally. Like your father, your just saja, nimekuwa nini. You remember like the synagogue, how the Pharisees used to do it back in the days. When they would go to the synagogue and pray. Tulipitia hiyo story tukiwa about that ule mtu mwenye alienda tu to the temple akaomba na wale synagogue wale Pharisees would go outside and say, you know, I pay tithe and nini. It's not about how loud and whatever you can be, about how the ability to want and the ability to know this is mine. Because whenever you're praying, you're not praying for God to give you, you're praying for God to bring whatever he has. Because ameshatengeneza. Mungu husema, like, I know your needs before even you come to us. So you're not going there to say ati nataka ile gari. You guys know about, I know there is a car I've kept for you. You're just giving him like ile kuna ile gari yangu. And he knows that's why he gave us this thing of our, not my.
My.
And every time because when you're praying for our, you're praying for the society. So even if this car won't come to me, my son will get this car because I prayed for our.
Yeah.
And now we are breaking all that thing to the using a prayer to the singing to the innermost thing of now us individualizing everything.
Yeah.
Now even the system is teaching us because after you get if you're a boss of a company, you want to say this is my company. It's not our company. So whatever rules you bring to that company, it's zenye zinanifurahisha. So every time room for improvement won't be there. Because I know my company should be running. There are days you need to step up and say, yo, this is what I had as a goal, but I'm open to listening to your ideas so that we can build this our company. So tukishatoa hivyo,
I think the 4% is using all ways to blind the 95%. Because look at religion. People are now separating religion and spirituality. Look at ukisema how do you build yourself? Education. You just learn, get yourself a job. Yet that is it's a way of taking you to slavery.
By the way,
education is a way to take you to slavery.
Ask Steve Harvey. He's not educated, but he's rich as fuck.
Angalia the kind of system tunafunzwa. It teaches you to be employed.
A nice slave. Let's say just a slave with a paycheck.
At 1 + 1 is 2. This inakupatia that the only way to a solution is only one answer. Yet there are very multiple answers to a solution.
If 10 you minus 9, it's 1. If like that mindset, if 1 + 1 is 2, then it means then 3 minus 1 is 2 still. But then they taught us just that 1 + 1 is 2.
Alafu in a break teamwork. So how when someone tries to find a solution from me, I'd be like, find a solution for yourself. Now I'm focused on this exam. Let me just do this and find nini. So napata I'm working hard for my success. If I work hard for our success, it'll be less advantageous to me than
and you won't get the praise that you deserve.
And kama ule msali sema ati the world has enough for everyone but has less for selfishness. Yeah. The world has
you guys have best friends.
Yeah, we are best friends here.
Well, this is gonna be
hard. Best friends here. So anything that is being said, someone is losing a head today. Sorry, I know.
Actually, imagine, how does you think deep, right? If your best friend is holding a gun to your head, what would be your last one?
Don't eat my babe. Fuck you.
Ati?
Those 2 words. Don't eat my wife and fuck you. Those 2 things.
Next.
Mimi niliambiwa baby yangu, my baby is not my best friend.
Even your best friends.
You
see the best yako. And I'll tell you why. Mademo chifanye kabu.
Sasa one of you may hold gun.
Alafu sasa hizi ndio ndio kuchindeka.
Ni swali tu na kuuliza. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? I'm holding a gun on your face.
I'm having a gun on your head, my guy.
So was it worth it? That's the only question he'll ask.
Let me be a final one. Like that's a final one.
Ndamuuliza nini?
Like, what are your final words from your mouth before choose? You
don't have even to ask. Say me, I'll say fuck you, bro, and don't eat my wife. Simple. Because I know you're going to eat my wife.
Imagine to Kelvin akona gani kichwa hapo.
First of all, it's not shooting.
Wow.
Okay,
I don't know. I have to fight back. I don't have one.
Piki bonki. I'm not dying today.
Kuna swali kama unaweza muuliza inaweza mguilt trip the entire life.
Because what do you want me to say for the answer?
Okay, something like hope your children will be proud of you.
Azi
You don't
bro.
have children.
Mnaifanya ikuwe so theoretical. So this is your best friend, probably he doesn't. And rotate
First,
vibe.
I don't have a best friend. Second thing, if it's your best friend, everything is always a joke. So that at that moment it will be a joke.
So last one zitakuwa was the joke enough.
Was it worthy? I think
Before I'm knowing that he'll be shooting,
I'll be dead. So you'll be
because
laughing.
I know he won't shoot.
kama sina kitu na smile tu nimwangalia. Sawa.
Yo, but that's deep though.
That's deep.
That's deep.
Mtu ambia comment section how will you react?
You're very mean reaction.
Oh yeah. Pole.
You have a best friend.
Mimi. Mimi ndio best yangu.
Uta react
Best
aje?
friend, not friend.
What do you mean I'm a best friend?
Okay.
I'm not your best friend.
Story yake. Kulikuwa na hii rule niliona somewhere. Nigga Bita alisema ati have a lot of best friends. No, very many people take me as their best friend, but I have less. I don't have any best friend. So I've given a room for people to make me their best friend. But mimi, I'm very selective. That's why I've not found yet a best friend.
Umekumbusha ile episode tulikuwa na Kilelesho. Hiyo episode where I'm your best friend but what
Yeah, I was
just a close friend.
just a friend, bro.
Just a friend. Hata si close, you're just a friend.
Oh, probably.
Acquaintance.
Yeah, that's deep, bro.
What react aje?
Because I'll see. Let's assume that I'm kneel down, right? The first thing that I'm
What the fuck is it? What are you doing now?
Just giving a heads up, bro.
Yes.
Your best friend, bro.
Your best friend.
It was the last.
The first thing that I'm here, I'm not giving you a password to my Wi-Fi.
Ah! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Outa?
So I'm not giving you my password to the Wi-Fi.
It's your best friend.
But
He's
I'm
still
already
slow.
applied.
He's still slow.
And that is not your best friend.
That's the point. I'm going to give a password.
That is not your best friend.
No, what?
It's controversial.
Kama sasa hivi mko na password ya wifi yangu.
Because wewe umebadilika nayo.
So was
Password ya Wi-Fi yangu uko nayo. Uko nayo.
Sijai kuja kwako.
Ya kwako. True or false?
Unasema hauna.
Alichange.
Okay, sasa sina because simu yangu ile.
But at least that's aware now.
But it's not a big deal. Wi-Fi is not
a big deal.
CDB.
Or probably he meant Wi-Fi as a mythological thing. He meant a metaphor.
Oh yeah.
Labda your wife is the connection. Is getting Wi-Fi.
It's methodologically ama the actual Wi-Fi password.
I'm a password of life. Okay.
Sisi mdhani ati password ya wifi like literally go like ai.
Mimi siwezi kama unaniconsider mimi best friend yako na nikushikia na uniambie I'm not waiting for another wife.
Hata umalizi.
Only you got your head and you're telling me about Wi-Fi.
Bro, how cheap do you take me as? Bana.
Does this look like a joke to you?
Literally bang.
Put it to my head. Put it to my heart.
Oh, so you broke my heart, bro. Hey, who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you, bro?
Anyway, guys.
Ah, nice. That's what he did.
No, you're doing it the wrong way. Because
But the one that you look like, hi bro, I'm not your girlfriend.
So like it's
no,
literally
I
him.
don't think about that. Come on.
Point is,
The point is like it's going too far.
Yeah.
let's end the episode. Dimension.
Let's end the episode sahi. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like,
Acting like a capitalist, you're dead.
and comment. Adios.